Do you think that the U.S. is moving towards socialism, and in what ways, if or why not?
It's a great question. So let's first define what socialism is, right? Which is the collective ownership of goods and services and transfer of wealth. I've said for a while that we're moving closer towards a hybrid of socialism and fascism, where fascism is a small select companies that are approved by the government or the regime that get preference, like Google or Twitter or Amazon or Pfizer. I think we're getting closer to that. Now, I will say, though, that we're definitely becoming more socialistic in the doling out of government benefits. Now, any of you guys can always email me. You know that, freedom@charliekirk.com. And if any of you solve this completely, I want to know, which is, where have all the workers gone? And some of you might have some answers, but you don't have the whole picture, because no one does. I've asked our whole national audience, and people are as confused. And I'm so confused. And I think it's a mixture. I think we pay people not to work. I think that people have all these like fake internet jobs with inflated Bitcoin currency. They think they're super rich. I think marijuana plays a big role in this, which, by the way, don't let your kids do weed, and kids don't do weed. It's awful, it's terrible for you, it makes you dumber and a bad person, and probably neurotic. I'm not kidding, it's not a joke. I've seen it ruin people's lives. It's not cool, it's not fashionable, it's not mainline, it's nothing, it's awful. I think that's part of it. I think it creates a lazier society. And then I also just think that, I think part of it is the vaccine mandates, for sure. I think the other part of it is that people don't want to wear a mask at work all day long. I think that the quality of actually the work is harder than ever before. And then I also just think we have a general culture of people that don't want to work right now. So what does that all mean? Is that I think we're getting to a place where we're going to be subsidizing inactivity more than activity, which is a very dangerous precedent, right? Where we're going to be paying more people to sit at home, where those of us that are taxpayers, and all of you are taxpayers and you pay a lot in taxes, are going to have to pay a greater and greater burden for the people that don't want to work, or they want to become some sort of Bitcoin millionaire or whatever, right? So, yeah, that's a concern. So your question is, are we heading towards socialism? I think we're heading closer towards this kind of authoritarian crony capitalism, right? That's very dangerous, that if you aren't in the small select group of companies, they will abolish you, they'll run you over. I could go into greater detail about that, but make no mistake that we're getting away from our roots of an entrepreneurial, market-based, private property-focused society, which is obviously very, very troubling, and it restricts liberty and freedom. So thank you, appreciate it.